Okay, so if we kind of zoom out from the US and look at my global market share is less than 2%. There are brands that have both 2 and 3x that at a global level. So I think there's plenty of runway for brands to grow. We should also not lose sight that probably still the majority of the jewelry category is unbranded, and we can see that part of the segment is shrinking, and at the expense of brands. So there is no cap anywhere close when we're thinking about saturation. This market is quite interesting to keep a strong growth profile for the future. But of course, you need to invest in your brand. You need to understand the customer behavior and the customer interests, and you need to keep bringing interesting products to the market. So, and in my view, the strategy which we're on to turn Pandora from just being associated with charms into being associated with a full jewelry proposition, we've just begun that journey. It's coming through in the numbers, but I think the runway for growth is amazing still. So that the saturation point, it doesn't really bother me at all.
Yeah, this is very interesting, and that path is going to be one to really look out for. But the hallmark of your success has also just been that online side of your business. And while you do have significant uptake to bricks and mortar, are you looking to invest a little bit further into your bricks and mortar side of your business to get people coming to your stores perhaps a little bit more? And what does that kind of look like in a Chinese environment that isn't spending as it used to?
Okay, let's park China for 2 seconds and I'll come back to that. So first of all, your view seems to be that there are people that only buy online and other people that only buy in brick and mortar. That's actually not how the world works. It's a complete spaghetti. The path to purchase journey touches all those points. So when we kind of look at the channels and say, in my case, that online roughly represents 20%, that just means that 20% of the transactions fall in that particular channel. The customer journey actually touches all the channels. There's a very, very tiny fraction of the customer base that only lives in one of those two worlds. So in fact, you have to have a good experience wherever you touch any brand. I mean, this goes for anybody. It's not just for Pandora. So that's a critically important point. So the game is really to get more traffic into whichever channel, and then they will go through this journey, and then it's up to us to convert wherever they feel comfortable for that. When you go online, very oftentimes the reason for the traction in that channel is driven by convenience. Jewelry is a category where people still are very interested in the physicality and the aspect of the styling. So that's why 80% of our business today still happens and transacts in the physical store. The other point on that is a large part of not just the Pandora business, but also the category is gifting. In our case, we have 50-60% of the customers are actually men. And men buying a gift typically to a woman, they need a little bit of assistance on the way. And that assistance we can provide in a better way in the physical environment than necessarily in online. Becomes a bit more of a self-select type of environment. So our success is firmly bolted on the experience that we offer in store, first and foremost. Then your second question on China. Well, China has been under pressure, and we've seen other brands reporting out of China recently also struggling in China. So we're kind of unfortunately in the same space as these guys. So that's going to take a little bit of time to turn China around.